Okay, I'm just gonna ask you: do you have time for anything right now?
No.
Do you remember last time you had time for everything?
No. Oh, yes. I was probably Zacky's age.
Like, just
And time felt forever. I felt like when I was young, everything was boring and everything would take a longer time and I would just sleep and I was just like, God, I can't wait till I get old and I could just like do whatever I want because I'm gonna have so much freedom. I'm depressed. I have anxiety. I have issues. I have trust issues.
bills to pay.
Bills to pay. Like I can't even sleep because if I sleep for like 24 hours and I wake up scared. You know, like no, time sucks. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Why time goes fast when we need it the most? You know?
For example, remember there's like a wedding or like a birthday or a party you want to go to, right? And you can't wait to get to it. And then when you're in it, you're like having fun. And then you're like, man, this didn't last.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And you go back the next day and you're like, dude, it was like a blink of an eye.
Yeah. Or you're on an uncomfortable day, like a party or something, a place that you don't want to be
School.
at. Okay. Breaking Bad. Remember Breaking Bad?
Yeah, Breaking Bad.
One of the, I guess, like the little clip that kind of got me is when he was going towards the hospital to the hospital to get his first chemo. Mm-hmm. He was like, when we were heading that way, all the lights turned red. And I tried to enjoy as much as I could because I knew that there was a chance for me to die or something like that.
Yeah.
That was so hard. Like, it hit me so hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
I should have paid more attention to that show because I remember that, but I watched the whole series when I was at work.
yeah, no, you did it.
Oh shit!
No.
No. Previous work.
Previous work.
Well,
Yeah, when you were working at Quiznos.
Quiznos.
Yeah,
I used to work Quiznos. I love Quiznos.
Yeah, Quiznos is the best.
But you're right.
Do you remember that kind of like
scene.
yeah, and it's amazing because it's true when maybe you grant, like, whoever is controlling time, if there's a being controlling time or God or whoever, those moments are the most precious because when you ask for it, it's hard for life to give you what you want.
No, yeah.
Because even when you make plans, we said it, even when you make plans, it doesn't work out the way.
Not.
But when it comes down to time, 9 out of 10, you're not going to get what you want, you know?
True.
Like, it comes down to time.
True, yeah.
But in that moment, it's happened to me. I remember at some point, time, like, I had enough time to enjoy. Like right now.
Yeah.
Like that, all the time that I enjoy with my family and everything and the kids and all that. It was amazing. And I decided to do that, you know, in a way, you know, because it was going down anyways.
No, yeah.
But I decided to do that, and I loved it, dude. And that time, nobody's gonna take it from you, you know. So,
for me, it's funny how you said that because I was watching Queen of the South. If you guys haven't watched it, it's pretty
with
good.
what's her name? Okay, I know what you're saying. I know that show.
There's a little quote, right? Or like not a quote, but like a saying that they had is like, you lived your whole entire life and you work so hard just to die in 1 minute. And that minute is the longest minute of your life. And I'm like, damn. Well, you know, that actually makes you think. It's crazy how you said that, but I think it's to our deathbed to when actually we realize, like, damn, I wish I would have had more time.
Man, I had a conversation with someone, I don't remember, but time managing, you know, it's so hard to learn that, like how to put your priorities without affecting other things. And sometimes you got to choose something that's going to make you pain a little, like a little bit of pain, but you have to choose it in order for you to enjoy.
Remember that movie?
Which one?
This is great that we're talking about this. I don't know if it's actually you already saw it or not, but Justin Timberlake movie.
Whenever Out of Time. I think it's Out of Time, right?
Was it Out of Time? Was it Out of Time? Dude,
yeah, when you pay with time.
My thing was whenever his mom died in front of him. You know, he gotten so much, right? He had a lot of time on his hand, whatever he was betting, and then like right there, dude, it's like, damn. Imagine if life was like that, and it goes back to money. This is why I say financial freedom. Financial freedom is very important when it comes down to time, because you have more time to do whatever you want to do. You know, you choose what you want to do with money versus having to do the necessary things to have a little bit of time that we have to do now. Because think about it, we have to wake up, right, every day, and there's times that probably a lot of us work five days out of the week, or you go to school, there's a job, and then guess what, you have to A, get up every day, right, and then B, you have to stay X amount of hours in that job doing what you don't want to do, away from the things that you want to do, that bring you pleasure, because it's an obligation.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. I do agree that financial freedom would be amazing. However, in order for you to, a normal people, without you being a kid, like a rich kid with rich parents, if you have financial freedom, that means you grind it and sacrifice so much to get there.
Correct.
You know?
No, yeah.
So at some point you probably get it.
Yeah.
But in reality, there's no other way to be more free than having enough money to do whatever you want.
Correct. Correct. Because think about it, like, you know, man, I scroll through Instagram, I scroll through Snapchat and every social media platform there is, and then I look pictures up, people traveling. You get ads, and you're like, damn, I wish I was at a beach right now. You know, like, I wish I was on a badass yacht with 10 women and all my friends and everybody else is having fun. I wish I was drinking that. I wish I was eating that. You know, it's always time relevant. Because we don't have that financial freedom that a lot of people do. You know, well, the 1% does.
Yeah.
Right, because that 1% is the people who really have infinite money. Then I call it fuck you money, and that is literally the ones who can go and buy Ferraris every day, who can buy a house whenever they feel like it, who can change the time zone, dude. If I could change the time zone in my life, in my family, dude, just think about that. I'm meaning it in the most serious way, because if you can change the weather for your family, you made it.
Yeah, and the irony of that is you hit a spot on what I was going to say. The irony of that is you think this way and you want to do some stuff in your life and enjoy a certain way.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
There's a thing someone else said that they were saying, if you're a privileged guy or you were born privileged, you have a 50 or 60% chance of you becoming someone. We come from countries that kids are more than likely not privileged to do a lot of things, right?
Correct.
So, like, if you do it naturally, it takes generations for a family or a name to be at a higher level, a higher standard.
I believe that.
You know?
I believe that
You
because financially speaking, I think I'm the most successful in my house, in my family, because it's been a generation gap of I'm here, I'm stuck, and I can't get nowhere, right? And it's all mentality, because you can work your ass off as much as you want and get somewhere, right? For example, you always wanted that one car. You can obtain it if you work 3, 4, 7 jobs. Guess what? You're working till death, but you'll be able to obtain it, right? Now, I think if you can obtain that, you can probably obtain the next step and the next step and the next step. And then guess what? That mentality is no longer the one that your past generations have had. And I think that is amazing.
So with that, you are at this level, right?
Yeah.
And then you have kids.
Yeah.
Those kids, I think there's a higher chance for them to do whatever the hell they want and not doing something good to achieve your goal. So the irony of this is, like, if all the generations past you, like after you, achieve what they're supposed to for a certain, like, part of their family enjoy, it's not gonna be you. For kids nowadays to see what you see and to approach the same way you're approaching life is so hard, you know? Like, if they don't want to, then they're just gonna stay there.
Okay,
you know?
but okay, so for example, they stay there, right? What if they're able to make it in a different way? Because today, man, I'm sorry to bring this up, but it's I think it's so unfair for me and you to work our asses off, and then here's somebody like Zachary who can literally manage to make money off of playing video games, right? Become a millionaire by that, by the way, because you can, or B, become a YouTuber, like a streamer, whatever the hell you want to do, right? And you just stream whatever you want, and then, or become a TikToker, right? Whatever, dude. There's revenue
Any
to
streamer,
TikTok,
right? Any of your social media,
correct?
Has
and that is like cheating the system.
But
because me and you didn't have that opportunity of the internet. Remember, it's the internet, because the internet opened up huge.
But you know what the problem is?
What?
They have the means now to do it. Now their emotions and their brain, their mental health is so unstable that the will to do that and use those means is where they get stuck. Is where they struggle. That decision-making ability we had before is hard for them to have it right now.
What do you think time is for them like?
Man, they think they have all the time. And we have made that mistake too. Teenagers, kids think they have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
And at some point they have everything figured out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the people think that, oh yeah, no, don't worry, I got it. When you're younger, you waste time. For sure. You waste time.
Do you though?
See, man,
because you were young, I was young, and I remember being his age. I was 16 at one point, and then I was like, "Fuck, this is the best that's ever gonna happen to me." Because I life is easy. Why do you struggle, right? That was my thing. Mine was easy. Mine was like, like, and now that I'm old, I'm like, "Fuck, dude, like I have to get a job," and then now I'm worried about my job success. It's part of my success. Now I'm worried about my finances at a bit bigger level, right? I'm over here. Okay, I got a house. I don't need to buy another one now. And then like financial wealth, right? Time, because it's all tied up to time.
Yeah.
Because one day I'm gonna leave all of this behind, and they're gonna be able to sustain and enjoy the fruits of everything. Similar to you, right? You're gonna leave a house, and you're gonna leave a bunch of wealth and finance for your kids, so they can do something better, right? But in their time, remember, everybody has their own time, right? And it's kind of like one of those things is like, oh, it's the most cliche thing to say. We're not on the same time level. Are we not, though? Or are we?
The reality is...
Did you think that you and your kids are in a different time zone?
Like, well... you're trying to explain a little more.
Okay. And what I mean in time
zone...
For example, you got a young 18-year-old, right? Then you have your 10-year-old? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10-year-old. This is a baby. And then you have your Evan. How old is he?
No, Evan's 10.
Evan's 10. Yeah. Okay, so he's 10. That's what. Okay, so he's 10. Now imagine, 10 years old, right? He's a baby. Right, and you see him grow. He's gonna turn into those terrible 14s, terrible 15s, and 16s and 17s because.
And 18 and 19 and 20.
Well, yeah, you're right. And then all the way to 20 because they think they own the world, right? Do you think there's a time gap to where he's gonna see you as an old head, and he's gonna be like, "My dad is old. He's just grumpy. He just wants to be at home."
I think so. I think so. Hey,
But whenever you were 14 to 20, your sorry ass was not at home.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
No. They would probably, man, it's a complicated answer because.
Right? That's why I'm putting you on the spot here.
Because, yeah, we, like I told them, it's like, shit I did when I was a teenager is classified until you graduate. I was telling my kids about this music. It sounds terrible, and it kind of got me like, music? Wow.
Were you introducing them to new music or no?
No, all music, right? Like 90s music.
Okay. And that's not even that old.
No, but listen, when I tell them, like, oh no, yeah, no, I know that song. It came out in the 1900s, and I'm like, oh shit, it's true. Sounds terrible, but it's true. It came out in the 1900s. So my music...
No, but I mean, it blew my mind because I'm like, damn, motherfucker, 1900? I was like, the car was invented. I'm like, no,
but
wait,
it's true.
I was like, no.
That's how they call it. 1900s. My kids, they call it like, oh yeah, these
my
songs are
God,
from the
dude,
1900s.
I can't believe that.
But it's true, you know.
Wow.
But it hurts.
It does
like,
hurt.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just mind blown to me.
Yeah.
Shit. Wow, 1900s. That's crazy. Because that is true, though. I was like, 1900. I was like, damn, dude, we didn't have electricity at that time.
We invented the wheel and shit.
Right, but the wheel was not invented. We lived in fucking caves.
Yeah, no, but it's true.
Nothing, yeah.
It sounds terrible, but it's true.
It does sound terrible, dude. Fucking A. Damn. Like, I was talking to a guy, right, in my finance department, and he's a collector, and he was like, yeah, dude, I'm 56 years old, and he's like, I've lived through majority of my time working in the same field, right? And I'm like, okay, so this guy knows a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm like asking him about all this stuff, and he goes, all this is new to me. I was like, what you mean? He's like, yeah. He's like, you gotta understand, when I started, there was piles of paperwork this big that I had to file every day. And I had to keep tracks, and I had to talk to everybody. And when the phone was invented, I was like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. I'm like, damn. Like, at that point, I was like, damn, this motherfucker's old. Like, shit.
God, then you got dust on your shoulder.
Exactly. So I'm over here like, what the fuck? Who am I talking to, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, you just talk, and you call them, and then you just make notes, and then you get checks, and you hope that those checks didn't bounce. And I'm over here like, fuck, I would have been a great scammer. You know? I would have scammed you know? It's like, you just write a check.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And that's it. You can go to
that's
any
how people
Lamborghini dealership or anywhere, dude, and just...
There was no way to check the background or anything.
You know what I'm saying? Like, checks were a thing at one point.
Oh, imagine how many people got scammed like that. Because you know them more than people did it. How come we didn't think of that shit? Yeah.
We were
There's way to track it, yeah.
We were dumb.
I'm going to tell you a cool thing, though. Mm-hmm. It's going to take, like 3 generations, I believe. I think I was counting. Yeah. To cross over a century again. So what we have right now, that we cross over a century.
It's going to take longer than mine.
No. No, but that's what I'm saying. Anybody. Like a generation in general.
In general, okay.
Okay.
In general.
It's not like so he's, because we were watching a movie called 2067.
Okay.
So we were like, damn. So Evan is 10.
Okay.
It's 2022, right?
Okay.
Okay, 22, 32, 32, 42, 52.
Okay.
62.
Okay.
Plus the 10, that's 50. He will be 55 or something like that in 2067.
Yeah, I won't be alive.
No, we probably will. You would be. Yeah, but by then we're already cloned and everything. We're good, bro. Don't worry about that.
IAG, what is it called? What's it called? AI, whatever the fuck. Yeah. Artificial intelligence bullshit.
So he probably won't pass to the next to 2100. His kid probably will.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Will. Yeah, for
his
sure.
His kid will.
For sure. Man, I'm not gonna lie.
But okay, so he's okay. Let me finish. Let's try to finish. So his kid is gonna have a kid.
Okay.
That kid is gonna have our age to cross over a century. So it's 3 generations that has to pass in order for this to happen again.
Right. Okay.
You know?
That's what I was. Yeah. Wow.
So it's a long time. No, but like the reason we talk about this is because sometimes we take life for granted, you know.
All the time.
All the time. And time, as it is, it's hard to control, to manage.
Is time your enemy?
Like I told you, it's our hero and our villain, because at some point of your life, you really want more time, and you don't have any more. Over there in Mexico, I'm pretty sure here too, like you used to rent video games for 30 minutes an hour. You pay 5 pesos for 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. And for 5 pesos, 30 minutes over, that's it, you know? And the TV will turn off and everything. That's exactly how life is sometimes, you know? Like sometimes you want so much time, you want a little bit more time to enjoy something, and it's over. You got to move on.
Well, I want to talk about dimensions. Dimensions has a lot to do with time.
Yeah.
Because the dog's dimensions is different from our dimensions.
Their view, yeah.
Right? Because think about it. A bee's lifetime, it's completely different than ours. Yeah. So there's got to be different gaps in there. That's why I was asking you, do you think you're in a different time zone? between you and your kid. I just think it's a time zone difference because eventually you catch up.
Yeah.
It is not about again dimensions, because with dimensions you can't jump back and forth.
You know what it is though?
What?
At some point we start understanding more how life works in a way. When the time comes where they already see the things the same way you see them, or at least similar, is when you're like, everything's kind of the same, you know, and they start understanding.
Yeah.
Because when, like I mentioned before, well, first time on YouTube, I guess, but with my dad, you know, there were so many things that I disagree with him, and I probably wouldn't do it as a dad. But that was the best thing he did according to what he thought and he knew and his experience and everything. Mm-hmm. So it took me a while to understand why he made so many decisions for me and why he was doing these decisions. But to think about it, we're not perfect. So I've said it before too. There's no manual of how to raise a kid.
Yeah.
There's no manual how to live a life. You know, we come here to struggle. We come here to experience everything. Yeah. We don't come here for happiness. So people make, like, you just put that in your head. Like, we have happiness here. Yes, it's part of our lives, but it's not big. We don't come here to to just experience that. You're gonna experience a lot of shit. But with that being said, that's what I'm like. You know, in my family, that's probably what he did his best to do that. Same with my mom, you know. Yeah. But obviously, it's my mom, so it's different, you know. Like she moms look at you differently, you know, than that. So with that, it took me a while to understand why he wanted me to do this, he wanted me to do that, I wanted to go to this college or this and that. And he was like, because for him, he didn't want me to struggle the way he did. Correct. But it was different times, you know. So times always change. Like, for me to make him understand something to, like, his generation and my kids and all that, you have to put not on his shoes, but you have to be open to what they're trying to see. Or, like, the way they see things is different than yours. Like, your vision and their vision is different. So yeah, like, we won't be able to control time.
Correct.
Never.
No.
You know,
I agree.
When you need it, you won't have it. When you have it, you don't need it.
Correct.
Simple as that.
That is true, because at the end of the day, like you said, you know, the most famous quotes is like, okay, whenever you die, you're like, I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time. It doesn't matter.
I wish you would have done that. Correct. And all this. It doesn't matter.
Whether you're biggest billionaire, rich person, whatever, I think you're on your deathbed, you're always going to regret something that has to do with time. Yeah. I wish I would have talked to so and so. I wish I would have made this. I wish you know.
Yeah, but it was a nice talk. It was a nice talk. Time is it's a really good subject, dude.
It's a good subject. It's a very tricky one if you think about it, man. It's like you know, because you don't think about it. You're just doing it. Yeah. You wake up every day unwillingly. Yeah. Because you're just like, fuck, I have to. Yeah. I have to keep doing. I have to do this. I have to do that.
And time keeps rolling.
Correct. Time has no. He has no respect. It doesn't stop for anybody. Mm-hmm. It doesn't. That's why I say, like, man, live your life at the fullest, because guess what? Somebody else is doing so much fun.
No, you can't. You can't hold on to things or hold grudges and wishing and regretting and everything, because you're gonna get stuck in that shit, and you're not gonna enjoy your time right now. You know. Well, that was it for today.
That's all I got.
That's all we got. Well, but we can continue talking about this in another episode.
Correct. And like the time still continues.
Yeah, time goes on.
Time goes on, guys.
I'll see you next time.
Next time.